Imagine you're walking through your workplace, living your best life in what you thought was a safe, friendly environment. Next thing you know, you're getting slapped on the butt or groped by one of your coworkers that you thought you could call a friend in the hopes that they'll get laid. In fact, that's not the case. You stand there horrified as to what just happened to you. You have been violated. This is sexual harassment, something that has been a part of everyday life for years. The image you just pictured is one of numerous ways someone could be sexually harassed. People want this to end. People are speaking up and sharing their stories via the hashtag #MeToo movement. The goal of the hashtag #MeToo movement is to end sexual harassment. In order for this to happen, there needs to be a cultural shift within society recognizing that sexual harassment is not okay. And seeing how our own president has admitted to sexual harassment, how do we know for sure that this is all going to stop? A quote directly from the hashtag #MeToo movement website states, we need a complete cultural transformation if we are to eradicate sexual assault in our lifetimes. It means we must build our families differently, engage our communities, and confront some of our long-held assumptions about ourselves. Today's announcement is an opportunity for all of us to take a hard look in the mirror and ask the question, when you hear "Me Too," will you stand up and say no more? End quote. Since the Me Too movement was enacted, there has been no change within the workplace, showing that all of people's fighting was worth something. The Me Too movement has been ineffectual in making change within the workplace. So, how long do you think this movement has been going on for? Since 2016? If so, you would be wrong. The Me Too movement was created in 2006 so people could use it to share their stories of being sexually harassed. The woman behind Me Too, Tarana Burke, wanted to make sure that anyone going through surviving sexual harassment was not alone. Society reacted to this by trying to make change within the workplace, tightening regulations, and more specifically, targeting men to change to be better. A quote from the Chicago Tribune states, several major companies have told us they are now limiting travel between genders, telling men, for example, that they may no longer take female colleagues on business trips or share rental cars with women. The movement is now making it more inconvenient to do anything in the workplace. They have to split up men and women because of the fear of being sexually harassed. Quote, that's logistic and not realistic. I told one CEO, how does this prevent male-on-male relationships? It's really impractical. We need to change the culture, not create rules that people will ignore, states the Chicago Tribune. It is all very unrealistic. There's really no evidence showing that anything we're doing is helping at all. With there being no evidence, how do we know if this movement is really making an impact on society? Quote, some social activists blame the media for the public's short attention span, believing that online interest is driven by the amount of time and attention the press gives to any given subject, states CNN. Being that the media for years has been ignoring the hashtag #MeToo movement, people weren't able to take early action until now, years after men and women have been abused and neglected. CNN also states, do more than lift your finger and like, end quote. All people did was like and acknowledge the fact that people were struggling instead of actually doing something about the situation at hand. The only people who did something was the people in the workplace trying to prevent sexual harassment, but they set unrealistic expectations. This is why the movement has been around since 2006. No one has done anything. Not even the Time's Up movement, where all the Hollywood actors and actresses were black to the Oscars, was helping end anything. They're all societal notifications that there needs to be change, but what actual change are they bringing? What laws or functioning regulations have they put in place to make this cultural shift in society? Standing up and showing your support of ending sexual harassment is wonderful. All the people who have made it prominent that sexual harassment is an extremely bad thing are wonderful people. But what else have they done to help end sexual harassment? These movements aren't working to help change anything because we are all on the same side. We all believe that any form of sexual harassment is wrong. We can all agree, but what is agreeing with each other going to do for anyone? standing up and making a difference workplace by workplace, city by city, and state by state, and putting in descriptive laws and regulations into everything to make sure no one gets harassed verbally or physically ever again. So from here, where do we go? We petition, we talk to officials higher than us, and we make sure that everyone is treated like a proper human instead of some sex thing. Thank you.